Hey everybody, welcome to day 20 for the third time.
I feel like this is Groundhog Day.
It could be Groundhog Day. I don't know what's happening. We're just experiencing some technical difficulties, so this is the third attempt at recording this tonight. Better work, or I might go absolutely insane.
And you don't know that it didn't work until we get completely through it, then you go to edit.
Yeah, I mean, we're not wearing headphones, which is one thing, and then the way that it gets encoded on the SD card is the problem, so gone through a couple of different reboot cycles, so hopefully now we're all good.
I think we should make this one short and sweet.
And hopefully one of the kids didn't call. So the last two times we've done it, we've had 2 phone calls. Everybody else is here, so yeah. I think we should be good.
Okay, so I interrupted your spiel. It is the Take Back Your Life journey. Thinking right, 40 days to thinking right so we can live right.
Yep, she hadn't got any better since last night.
Nope. Okay, today is Take Back Controls.
Halfway point. We're taking back the controls today. So it's really talking about our habits. We have a lot of habits that we do that are just sort of on autopilot. What are some of the things that you do that are autopilot?
Things that I do that are autopilot. I would say watch Ion. I know we've talked about it, but
that is a habit that definitely needs to change.
It's just white noise in the background. Yeah, that needs to change. What about you?
I don't have any bad habits.
So lying, apparently.
No, let's see. Underlying bad habits. I spend a little bit too much time playing games on my phone, I think.
Okay. Now we know that we cannot just stop bad habits. We have to replace them with something good. Mm-hmm. And so have you thought about what you're going to do?
No, for now I'm going to keep playing games. That's terrible. No, I just I don't know what I need to do something different. So I'm hoping to maybe have some different activities to fill my time with a little bit differently as we get towards the end of the challenge.
All right then. You're going to do your questions tonight, and that's the last question, right?
Well, the last question when you get there is going to be about writing down some goals. So it's going to ask you to write down 5 to 10 habit goals that you can do over the next few days, weeks, months that are going to help you get rid of bad habits and move more into the good habits. Pastor mentioned in the reading today that you're more than 40% more likely to complete those goals if you write them down. So that's a big, important part of getting rid of old habits by starting new habits. It's writing it down. You'll have to forgive me. Like I said, this is the third time, so I'm trying to remember what I've said and what I haven't said and how this is going. So it's turning a little bit into mush in my brain. But the one thing that stuck out to me each time, and this is an important factor, and that is that the habits you allow in your life today are going to determine who you become tomorrow. Future you is an exaggerated version of current you. Time doesn't change anything. It merely deepens and reveals who we are. I've thought about that a lot in the last days, weeks, and months about what is it about me that time is revealing, because it certainly is not changing much. I mean, I can look over my life and go, yeah, I want to see this differently. I want to experience this thing differently, but I don't. Well, what's happening is I'm not changing. And so the habits that I have are revealing the true person. So it's time to make some changes.
And what better time to do that than at the end of one year and the beginning of another? It depends. Are you a person that does New Year's resolutions?
I'm not a big New Year's resolution person.
Okay. So that's good. Then you don't have to wait for January 1st.
Well, no, you can start any time.
You can do it any time.
Yeah, but that's still is easier said than done. It's like it says in today's reading that our habits are like concrete that's been poured into a form. I don't know if you've ever busted concrete with a sledgehammer, but getting it to break the first time is always the hard part. Once it cracks, it starts to break apart really easy. But getting it to crack is always the hard part. You got to swing the sledge a few times to get it to bust.
No, I haven't. I'm a girl.
Well, girls can do the same things men can do. I was trying not to be sexist.
No, but I understand what you're talking about.
This is going to be short and sweet because, like I said, we've done this now 3 times. So, unfortunately, you're going to catch the short end of the stick on this one because it's getting late and I'm getting tired.
The one thing that I'll bring in from the others is don't try and change 10 things at one time. Do one at a time. Get success with that one before you add another.
Yeah, I mean, you can certainly get overwhelmed. April did a nice job last time when she was telling her life story. About talking about the fact that if you try to change 10 things at one time, you're certainly going to get burned out. You're never going to get to where you want to be. But we need to learn to pick one thing. We've mentioned this a couple of times, I think, already throughout the course of this study, is pick one thing to start with. If you start with one thing, then once you sort of get into the groove, as that habit begins to wear its path in the rock, once you get into that groove, then you can add another. Mm-hmm. Then once that becomes part of the groove, then you can add another. It becomes compounding the interest. And surprisingly enough, that's tomorrow.
Day 21. We'll see you then. Don't forget to subscribe.
She's ready to go.
Tickle the bell.
Yeah, she's done. Put a fork in her, folks. She's done.
It's late.
It is late. But today was really good. And I think that when we realize that we need to be aware of the habits that we have, that can change things rather dramatically, in my opinion. So that is day 20. Tomorrow, day 21, we're on the downhill slide. We will have compound interest that we'll be talking about. I don't know if you know anything about compound interest. If you have a credit card, I'm sure you know a little bit about compound interest. So we will be back tomorrow with day 21. Make sure you write down your 5 goals that you're going to do for the next few weeks. And then we'll be here tomorrow with bells on. Hopefully we don't have to do tomorrow's recording 3 times.
See you then.
Have a great day, everybody. We'll see you then.